Broncos. Look at that scoreline for the Broncos. That's just horrendous. I don't know how anyone recovers from that. That's horrendous.
It's been last year's grand finalists. I still think that the year they've had, I think they've lost three big names: Flegler, Farnworth, and Capel, all experienced players.
Hurt them.
I don't think that you really notice when you're doing well. You don't really notice or care that much about experience. When you start losing games and things start going against you, that's when you need some experienced players in your team. Someone to say, "Listen, boys, we don't forget how to play rugby league. We know what to do. We know how to work hard. Let's work hard during the week. On the weekend, things will eventually turn around for us." But I don't think they've had that. They've put all their eggs in the youngsters, which may pay off in 3 or 4 years' time. But this year, when the chips have been down, when things have been against them, they have had not enough experience.
They couldn't
in their
string
side.
together wins.
No, they've had not and you throw on top of that some injuries with Walsh and obviously the Reynolds being out. They just haven't had enough experience, enough tough mentality in their side to get any wins. And they've had a shocking season, the Broncos. Shocking.
We had 8 games on the weekend, 16 teams played. I think 3/4 of them scored more than 30 points.
It's a lot.
Then you get that game yesterday between Raiders and Roosters, which is the game I loved from the weekend. But a game where 44 points to 40, where one team scores 28 points in the last 11 of the minutes of the game when they lead 44 to 12. That's not NRL football.
So what's happening there, Gus? Take us there. What do you think's happening there?
I can't answer. People will point to rules, the speed of the game. I don't think it's that at all. A lot of this just comes down to attitude. And this game, for the Broncos to concede this many points in a game like that, where it's just incredible. I can't. You'd really have to delve deep under the bonnet up there to find out what's going on. There's something not right with the Broncos.
Are they the biggest disappointment of the season, considering they were this close to winning a premiership?
They went within 15 minutes of picking up the Shield last year. I mean, they were in front with minutes to go and were beaten. Whether they really address that, I don't know. As you say, they've lost some experience, but they've still got a glamour roster. I mean, beautiful players. I sensed it right from the opening of the season. When they went across to Las Vegas, the way they played in Las Vegas, I kind of thought, I'll give them a couple of weeks of hangover and a couple of weeks of just getting back into the rhythm and et cetera, et cetera. But it never sort of came good at any stage. They had a little bit of a mini rise during the middle of the season, but when it's come to the crunch, they've been on the end of some horrendous scorelines from teams that probably weren't, shouldn't have been beating them.
I think they've been the most disappointing team too. I put the Warriors not far behind. The Warriors have been disappointing also. I thought they would have had a much better year playing with Sean Johnson's last year and all. And the forward pack they got, I thought they would have had a better year, but the Broncos have been the most disappointing, I think.